Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. $65,400 per BTC at the moment, guys. How are you feeling? How is everybody feeling out there? It's been a while since we've seen, another upward trajectory. We've been moving sideways for about 3 months, just over 3 months, 98 days, roughly from that new all-time high, 97 days actually. Bitcoin has just been chopping sideways, and we're just waiting for another move to the upside. So, how much more of this can we take? And is this normal? I know I've been seeing comments over there on Twitter suggesting, uh-oh, this is it. We are going to move downward after this. This is the top. And, that's it for Bitcoin. And that's it for the rest of the crypto market. I'll tell you one thing. If we do get below 56,500 at some point, then that is reason to get a little bit worried. But, at this point, we're still just kind of moving sideways. The banana zone is apparently on the horizon. Julian Patel here pointing this out. What we're currently witnessing in terms of Bitcoin price action is fairly typical. A big pump leading into the halving, followed by a brief but sharp correction, a period of sideways chomp, a final dump to nuke any remaining bullish sentiment, another phase of boring sideways trading, and eventually prices begin to rise again. Basically, it's the boring zone before the banana zone. So guys, patience. Patience. This is the current trend here for the black line here is the Bitcoin cycle from 2016 to 2017. And then the red line is actually what we're seeing today. So 2024 Bitcoin halving, that is where we're at. We did see chopping sideways. We did see that boring zone for a little while. And then finally the banana zone, that will be the exciting part of the market when we do finally reap our rewards and cash out for profit. It's been a long time coming, and I know that this, sideways trend action is feeling like it's taking quite a lot of time here in the past. What we had seen typically was, this is the all-time high for Bitcoin back in 2017, and, when we look at former trends breaching all-time high in the past, we've moved sideways for not a lot of time before we started moving upwards, 17 days in the case of 2020. And before that, a similar amount of time. Here's the all-time high. And, after we did breach that all-time high back in 2017, Bitcoin did move a little lower and then finally make its way up past that all-time high, 53 days. Even if we were to take it from this point here, because this top up here was actually fairly close to the all-time high, we're looking at around 103, 104 days. So, we're not really off base here, and I'm actually not too surprised that we are, that we're taking so long. To be honest, we're in and around that time frame now, about 105 days. The reason I say that is because this is a different year. The ETFs are bringing in more Bitcoin inflows, so, getting up to all-time high was a quicker event, and I think, the market needs some more time in this particular run to cool off. Or at least I think that's what's happening at the moment. I mean, we're seeing it in the retail market. Fear and greed index is now at 52. A mix of green and red in the space. We haven't seen, some altcoins have been waking up. Luckily for us, Bitcoin has been fairly flat, though, sitting in and around 65,400. We got Ethereum, that is up, and I think I know why. We got some big news from Consensus today regarding Ethereum and their lawsuit. Binance Coin is up 2.58%, Solana is only up 0.92%, XRP is down a little bit within the last 24 hours, down 0.89%, and we've got the market cap still, sitting in and around 2.37. Not too much volume in the space. Bitcoin dominance is also still holding. But despite all this, guys, 5.1 billion XRP has been traded in the last 24 hours. So we are continuing to see investors getting it on when it comes to investing in the cryptocurrencies that they want to accumulate. XRP is showing strength in the market at a time when the majority of digital assets are battling sell-offs. The price of XRP is showing unusual growth. You guys remember there was that period where we were seeing all the altcoins going down, but XRP was the only one rallying? Sometimes that happens, and it is a weird phenomenon that we see time and again. While Bitcoin is down 0.88%, XRP actually did rally 2.39% in the last 24 hours. So this article is from yesterday or the day before. So we have stopped seeing that, but guys, positive sentiment is showing us that XRP very undervalued. Smart retail investors are realizing this. Institutions have already packed their bags, and the volume of XRP trading did go up 202% in the past 24 hours. So a lot of people, for whatever reason, were trading XRP in and around that initial altcoin slump. And again, I keep saying this is not something we have not seen before. We've seen this in the past. These weird kind of fluctuations occur sometimes during the bull run, during the altcoin rally. That's when you know we should be paying attention. So great news there. Wanted to thank Ian Binns for pointing that out. Chad Steingraber here bringing us some Ripple partner news with regards to Garanti BBVA Bank. They've just launched digital asset wallets to transform and store within the bank. So for those of you guys who do not know, they are a RippleNet member. The BBVA Bank joined RippleNet to help Turkey implement instant payments back in 2020. And now we're seeing Garanti BBVA, they're launching cryptocurrency wallets. So last year, Turkish bank Garanti BBVA unveiled the launch of their digital wallets. It initially had a digital asset wallet running in beta mode, but this went live earlier this month. According to the bank, it is the first subsidiary of a Turkish bank to launch a self-developed cryptocurrency wallet. And it's good for them. BBVA has 12 million digital and 11.6 million mobile customers, with digital customers making up the vast majority of the business. Clients can use the mobile app to transfer and store Bitcoin, Ethereum, and USDC stablecoins. Notice they mention USDC. We will continue to grow by adding to our diversity of assets and our service infrastructure in the future. So we're seeing the main cryptocurrencies here, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now that Ethereum has been cleared by the SEC, I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a sec. I think we're going to start to see this, the landscape change when it comes to altcoins. Perhaps, some of the stronger altcoins are going to move to the top of the list. Like everybody in the space has been saying now for years now, several years, it's going to be about the cryptocurrencies that solve problems eventually. Those are the ones that are going to make it in the long term. For a list of the cryptocurrencies that I'm trading this bull run, you can follow me at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. I've opened up my portfolio, letting you guys in on some of my picks. I believe altcoins are going to have their time in the sun this bull run, but ultimately over the long haul, guys, and over the long haul, I mean in the next, let's say 5 to 10 years, it's going to be about those cryptocurrencies that do solve problems. So we're seeing Ripple partner banks continue to adapt to the cryptocurrency world. Wanted to thank Chad for pointing that out. Also, I happen to see this too, guys. Ripple partner Nubank, they've just tapped Wise to enhance international payments for premium clients. Wise is a global online money transfer service, and they've partnered with Nubank, a Brazilian digital bank that serves over 100 million users to streamline international payments for Nubank's premium segment, Ultra Violeta. The collaboration allows Nubank to utilize Wise's infrastructure to offer multi-currency accounts and debit cards through its app, enabling customers to manage and spend money internationally with ease. Nubank Ultra Violeta clients can now make fast, low-cost international payments directly from the Nubank platform. They can also hold funds in USD and Euro, using an international debit card in over 200 countries and territories. So we're seeing a RippleNet partner here streamlining multi-currency accounts and instant payments with this new partnership here. Obviously running on the XRP ledger, obviously using DLT technology, considering these guys have been RippleNet partners for quite a while. Wise platform allows banks, financial institution, and enterprise to integrate its infrastructure into the existing platform. So interoperable APIs, providing them with the technology and network to enable fast, secure, and cost-effective international payments for their customers. And then we have a couple of quotes down here. I will link this in the description of the video for you guys if you're interested. But, always great to see Nubank forging new partnerships as time goes on. Wrath of Kahneman here, guys, bringing us another one. Centbee, another Ripple user, has launched an API-based business-to-business payment solution with a new partnership, guys. This one happening in Korea. CentBiz and the KRW collection provides an all-in solution, or rather an all-in-one solution, to support seamless international business payments for global enterprises. Both the countries of Korea and Japan are very Ripple-friendly and XRP-friendly. We did recently get news that Ripple was going to provide a grant to these two countries, helping them to enable more XRP-related solutions. Well, in this case, Korea's global FX total solutions provider Centbee has launched the API-based B2B payment system CentBiz, and that is to support seamless international business payments to global companies. So leveraging the XRP ledger, I'm assuming, considering Centbee has been a long-time Ripple partner, companies operating outside of Korea need to collect Korean won, and if they need to settle in different types of currencies, well, they can now use the CentBiz KRW collection. This is a form of collecting Korean won in Korea and settling transactions in 31 global currencies across 174 countries. Centbee provides this service through integration of its proprietary CentBiz API with the TTS Treasury and Trade Service system operated by corporate clients, enabling them to use the solution tailored to their business models. And that's big, 174 countries, 31 global currencies. And guys, I believe that's probably just the beginning, because you see, these companies want to start small and then they eventually grow. I think that a lot of these companies too, at the onset, when they were first adopting RippleNet technology in 2017, 2018, what have you, they were doing a lot of domestic payments. Of course, XRP is not really necessary for domestic payments. So I feel like, a lot of skeptics were, thinking to themselves, this is, who cares, right? We don't really need this new technology if we're going to settle domestically. But the smart countries, they realize, wow, no, there's an application for this type of technology. And, once we can get that regulatory requirement set and out the door, and I mean, some Asian countries are already doing this, we can leverage XRP and the XRP ledger in order to provide these cost-effective payments. So going into businesses, I mean, retail payments, that's one thing, but businesses, that volume is going to get a lot higher. So great news there. Wanted to thank the Wrath of Condiment for pointing that out. Mike Manfield here, guys, with another one, another Ripple connection. This one in Australia, the National Bank of Australia, or National Australia Bank, invests in Standard Chartered's custody. So a few Ripple partners here. We got the Australia Bank. We've also got SBI Holdings in here. Standard Chartered, of course, another initial Ripple investor, a VC funder, one of the first. And so here we have Zodiac Custody. They just announced that National Australia Bank became an investor via the NAB Ventures. The digital asset custody startup was founded by Standard Chartered with one of the world's largest global custodians, Northern Trust, as a minority investor. Also, Japan's SBI Holdings subsequently led a $36 million funding round, bringing the total funds raised to about $68 million. So huge Ripple connections here. The news hasn't come out of the blue because last year Zodiac Custody announced that it has set up shop in Australia, planning to serve local institutional clients. Around 26% of customers have digital asset investments. At that stage, Zodiac Custody signed asset manager Digital X as its first Australian client, and NAB was running a proof of concept. Here's a quote, guys, down here. NAB's venture investment in Zodia was based on a range of factors, including their innovative approach, institutional-grade safety, and strong work with regulators. We look forward to seeing Zodia Custody drive further innovation in the digital asset space. So, that's the other thing, too. Driving the digital asset space for a lot of these companies, they have the technology to do it. So then it's about, are their hands tied and in what jurisdiction? Notice they're talking about Australia here, which already has adopted cryptocurrency practices because their regulation is that far ahead at this moment. We're also going to be getting the MiCA guidelines coming up at the end of this month. So that's going to help Europe, not Australia necessarily, but also maybe Australia, because if Europe does business with Australia, for example, or European companies do, then they can settle in stablecoin seamlessly through those two rails. So, we're seeing a lot of adoption, a lot of new developments here, and wanted to just thank Mike for pointing that out. So here we have it, guys, the major catalyst for Ethereum and altcoins. This one coming from Nick, Crypto Crusader. He says there is a major catalyst for these coins. I'm just waiting for these coins to go up in value, Nick. Let's take a look at the total too, now that we've got Ethereum kind of free and clear, guys. We're still at about 60% from the all-time high of the altcoin market here. Let me get a accurate measurement here. But market looking very down and out, 65%. Market looking like it's capitulating. Of course, this is generally what we see coming back in this level here of support. We're going to see a lot of buyers buying up. So, even if we go a little lower before we start moving upward, I could see that happening. But now, guys, we've got some positive news. Ethereum is going to help this altcoin market rally. Nick continues by saying, now we look for the possible Ethereum ETF announcement. So that's going to be the next part of this. It's all a rigged game, and you must learn to play. Congratulations on surviving the capitulation. Now, this coming, guys, as Consensus did announce this just yesterday. Ethereum survives the SEC. Today, we're happy to announce a major win for Ethereum developers, technology providers, and industry participants. The enforcement division of the SEC has notified us that it is closing its investigation into Ethereum 2.0. This means that the SEC will not bring charges alleged that sales of Ethereum are securities transactions. And you know what this means? I guess ETHgate is finally officially dead. That's what some people in the XRP community were saying anyway. Crypto Insight UK bringing up the Bitcoin dominance chart. So how is this going to affect, or how could this affect the altcoin market? Well, if you take a look at this, Bitcoin dominance is right now holding a key level of support. This is just a mini thread describing what could happen now for the altcoin market. If we start to lose this level, could we see a major reversal in Bitcoin dominance and potentially an altcoin season? Well, that's what we're all waiting for. Structurally, this setup reminds me of what USDTD looked like before it started the fall. So he takes a fractal pattern here and just superimposes it on the chart. Of course, if dominance goes down, that means altcoin prices go up. So what he's suggesting is we're kind of at this precipice now where we could, in fact, see dominance go down, which means altcoins go up, but I still think we have a ways to go even for Bitcoin. He says here, if we follow the same fractal, we would chop until early September with BTC dominance before breaking down versus the altcoins. So altcoin mania possibly happening by September 2024. An interesting observation and a great tweet thread here by Crypto Insight UK. Let's get back to some of this, though, from the XRP community, the Bearable Bull. So I do not disagree. I mean, Ethereum lawsuit aside, this is great for crypto, despite how annoying it is for the XRP army to have been the ones to suffer. So his comment here on the consensus announcement. I mean, is it really fair? The digital asset investor also commenting, wait, so you didn't have to spend over $100 million and have your company tied up by the SEC regulatory capture for over 3 years like Ripple did? We have criminals running our government. That's another way to look at it. Weezy down here saying maybe they convinced them with money. Totally not bribing, right? Wendy O saying, I thought it was $300 million, but yes, that is unjust and corrupt. Stephanie Starr saying, this is disgusting. BondCrypt here saying, time to release the Kraken ETHgate video. So the XRP community commenting on this. Blatant corruption, although it is what it is and we cannot stop it. We got to look at the bright side. We got to look at the silver lining here. But just to that point, right, the SEC and I guess the way they go about things. Wheezy here posted this. There have been non-fraud but registration violations such as Ripple. Kristen Pauley from the SEC did comment on some of the crypto cases that the SEC took on over the last few years. Listen to this.
So to date, the commission has brought or settled more than 100 cases involving crypto intermediaries and token issuers, covering a broad spectrum of conduct. So there have been fraud cases such as FTX. There have been non-fraud but registration violation cases such as Ripple.
So we've got the blatant fraud FTX and then non-fraud violation cases like Ripple. But, as the digital asset investor does post here, $100 million and have your company tied up to basically miss this bull run, the last bull run that we saw back in 2020 and in 2021. It is just not fair. I guess we should talk a little bit about XRP right now. Right now, price is sitting not too far off where it was yesterday. Still under 50 cents though, guys. So a great opportunity to buy XRP. Still hugging that trend line, not moving too much to the upside or the downside. But, once we do get Banana Zone engaged, that is all going to change. So is it over for Consensus and Ethereum? Although it is certainly awesome to not be subject to an SEC investigation substantively, this closing of the investigation may not mean much. This is coming from Fred Rispoli, one of the lawyers in the XRP community. Why? He says, because of the post below, Consensus's fight continues in district court in Texas substantively. This lawsuit and an SEC enforcement action are the same case, and the only difference are the burden of proof, the position switches of the parties. I did think the SEC would seek to dismiss the Texas case and file its enforcement suit in a favorable jurisdiction, but this seems highly unlikely now. What happens to the Texas case now? If Consensus dismisses, we are merely at a wash and exactly where we were before the investigation was made public, or more accurately, before it started. If Consensus persists, the same issues will be litigated just without the threat of civil fines and penalties and jail time had the enforcement action been filed. What happens next will be extremely illuminating in determining substantively what the SEC's actual public agency position is on Ethereum. So guys, we could see an about face. Fred Rispoli says it ain't over till it's over. I think in the meantime, it's positive news though. Bitcoin dominance holding up. Could we see altcoins decide to pivot, seeing Bitcoin break down versus altcoins by September 2024? Is this when we're going to start seeing the euphoria in the market, bringing altcoins up 100, 200, 500% in some cases? It would also bring the price of XRP up as well, but that's just my opinion. And if you guys are interested in what I'm trading, again, just wanted to mention patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. I'm going to be doing a live Q&A. Hopefully by the end of this week, I'm going to be letting my Patreon subscribers know today, but that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.